Welcome to Mind Lens. Today, you're about to embark on an illuminating journey through Carl Jung's 12 archetypes, universal patterns that influence how we think, feel, and act. In this full-length episode, we'll explore each archetype, from the hopeful innocent and nurturing caregiver to the rebellious outlaw and visionary magician, and reveal how they show up in your personality and everyday choices. By the end of this video, you'll be able to identify your dominant archetypes and understand their strengths, spot potential blind spots, and learn simple strategies to balance them. Use these insights to boost your self-awareness, improve relationships, and make decisions aligned with your true nature. So, get comfortable, open your mind, and let's dive into the world of Jungian archetypes, starting with the innocent. The innocent archetype embodies optimism, purity, and a fundamental faith in the world's goodness. At its core, the innocent believes that life should be simple, joyful, and free from harm. Those guided by this archetype tend to see each day as a fresh start, full of possibilities rather than problems. Carl Jung described the innocent as a part of us that remembers childhood wonder. Think of the child who dances in the rain without a care, or the person who greets a stranger with genuine warmth. In pop culture, Forrest Gump illustrates this perfectly. His simple belief that life is like a box of chocolates carries him through myriad challenges with unshakable hope. Similarly, the Disney princess Snow White radiates innocence. Her trust and kindness, even among strangers, ultimately saves her. Yet the innocent strengths also hide blind spots. Excessive trust can lead to naivete, overlooking red flags in relationships, ignoring deeper motivations, or failing to prepare for setbacks. When reality fails to match their ideals, innocents risk deep disappointment or retreat into denial. In Jung's words, they must learn to balance hope with wisdom, lest they become lost in their own rose-colored lens. To harness the power of your innocent side, begin with daily gratitude practices. Each morning, list 3 simple things you appreciate: sunlight through a window, a kind word, a favorite song. This anchors your optimism in reality, preventing blind idealism. Next, cultivate discernment. Ask yourself, what potential risks am I ignoring? Or where might I need more information before fully trusting? A brief journaling session each evening can help integrate these questions. In careers and relationships, the innocent thrives in supportive, values-driven environments. Think community work, coaching, teaching, or roles in nonprofits. These settings honor their hopeful spirit and allow them to uplift others. Remember, the true gift of the innocent is resilience, bouncing back from setbacks with renewed faith, inspiring those around them to believe in better days. As you move through your day, notice moments when you feel genuine wonder, perhaps in a child's laughter or the first bloom of spring. Embrace those sparks, but carry them with open eyes. By integrating practicality with purity of heart, you transform innocent hope into grounded optimism, one that lights your path and those you touch. The caregiver archetype is rooted in compassion, generosity, and a deep urge to nurture others. At its essence, the caregiver finds purpose in offering support, comfort, and protection to those in need. These individuals often put others' well-being before their own, deriving fulfillment from acts of service and kindness. Think of Mother Teresa, whose life was devoted to the poorest and most vulnerable. Her unwavering dedication exemplifies the caregiver's selflessness. In popular culture, Marge Simpson shows a more relatable side, balancing her family's chaotic demands with patience, resilience, and unconditional love. The caregiver's strengths include empathy, reliability, and emotional resilience. Their nurturing presence can soothe anxiety, foster trust, and create safe spaces where others feel seen and heard. However, this archetype carries inherent challenges. By prioritizing everyone else's needs, caregivers risk neglecting their own health and happiness. Burnout, resentment, or feelings of being unappreciated can emerge when they give without boundaries. Psychologist Carl Jung noted that the shadow side of the caregiver can manifest as martyrdom or dependency, rescuing people who don't want help, or feeling indispensable to the point of enabling unhealthy behaviors. To avoid these pitfalls, caregivers must learn to balance generosity with self-care and discernment. Practically, start by setting gentle boundaries. Allocate specific care time for yourself, whether it's a solitary walk, a warm bath, or reading a favorite book. Recognize that saying no when you're at capacity is as important as saying yes when you have the energy to give. Use simple affirmations like, "I deserve kindness too," to reinforce self-compassion. Journaling can help. Each evening, reflect on moments you offered support and ask, "How did I feel?" and "What do I need tomorrow to refill my cup?" These questions guide you toward healthy reciprocity. In careers, the caregiver thrives in roles that align with their nurturing drive: healthcare, counseling, teaching, social work, or community organizing. In relationships, they shine as attentive partners and friends who remember birthdays, listen deeply, and offer care without judgment. Ultimately, the caregiver's true gift lies in their ability to foster connection and well-being. By combining empathy with healthy boundaries and self-awareness, they sustain their own energy while uplifting others. When you honor both your giving heart and your own needs, you become a source of lasting compassion, modeling for everyone around you that care, when balanced, becomes a cycle of renewal rather than depletion. The explorer archetype thrives on freedom, discovery, and pushing boundaries. Explorers crave novel experiences and are energized by stepping outside their comfort zones. They value autonomy above all and are often driven by a deep restlessness, never content to stay in one place for too long. Carl Jung would say the explorer embodies the innate desire for individuation, to find one's own path, separate from external expectations. Think of Bear Grylls, who ventures into the world's most hostile environments, transforming fear into fuel. In fiction, Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games captures that same spirit. Her resilience and resourcefulness in unfamiliar territory define her journey. Key strengths include adaptability, curiosity, and courage. Explorers are fearless learners. They pick up languages, skills, and insights wherever they roam. Yet, that same wanderlust can become a blind spot. Without roots or routine, they risk isolation, unfulfilled commitments, or a perpetual sense of what's next that prevents deep relationships. To channel the explorer positively, set intentional adventure goals. These don't have to involve an ocean kayak or mountain climb. They can be as simple as cooking a new cuisine each week or studying a foreign film. Pair exploration with reflection. Keep a journal of lessons learned, photos taken, or obstacles overcome. That way, you integrate growth rather than constantly chasing novelty. In careers, explorers shine in roles like travel writing, research, entrepreneurship, and field sciences, anywhere they can learn by doing. In relationships, honor your need for autonomy by communicating honestly about your desire for space and new experiences. By balancing your craving for discovery with moments of grounding, like regular check-ins with friends or create a project at home, you transform restless energy into purposeful growth. The explorer doesn't simply move. They evolve, leaving each place and each self more expansive than before. The rebel archetype, often called the outlaw, is defined by a fierce desire to challenge conventions, break rules, and ignite change. Rebels see the world's structures and norms as cages to be dismantled rather than foundations to be upheld. Their mission is not mere disruption. It is transformation. Carl Jung might describe the rebel as the part of us that refuses complacency and demands authenticity at any cost. Think of Lady Gaga. Her bold fashion statements and unapologetic voice for LGBTQ rights epitomize constructive rebellion. Conversely, in film, Tyler Durden from Fight Club embodies the darker edge, tearing down society without offering a clearer vision, leading only to chaos. The rebel's strength lies in courage, the willingness to speak truth to power, to stand alone against overwhelming odds, and to inspire others to question the status quo. These individuals are natural catalysts for innovation and social progress. However, unchecked rebellion can lead to bitterness, alienation, or aimless fury. A rebel without direction risks becoming as oppressive as the structures they oppose. To harness rebel energy positively, focus on clear objectives. Instead of railing against the system, define a cause you believe in: environmental justice, corporate ethics, or creative freedom, and channel your passion into actionable steps. Organize a community project, write persuasive essays, or lead a workshop that teaches others how to think critically. Constructive rebellion involves building alternatives, not just tearing down the old. In relationships and careers, rebels thrive when given autonomy and trust. They excel as entrepreneurs, activists, designers, or change management consultants, any role that values bold ideas and unconventional strategies. Yet they must also practice empathy, listening to opposing views, collaborating when necessary, and avoiding the trap of contempt for anyone who disagrees. Practical exercises can help balance rebel fire with wisdom. Start each day by writing your Rebel Manifesto, a short statement of what you aim to challenge and why. Then, list 3 small actions you will take to advance that cause. End each week with a reflection. What progress did I make? Where did I encounter resistance? And how did I respond? This ritual keeps your defiance focused and your impact measurable. Ultimately, the rebel's gift is the spark of transformation. By marrying fearless critique with thoughtful strategy, you can dismantle outdated norms and build new paradigms. Embrace your inner outlaw and let your revolt be the catalyst that lights the way to a better tomorrow. The hero archetype represents courage, determination, and an unwavering drive to overcome obstacles for a greater cause. Heroes are defined by their willingness to face challenges head-on, often risking their own safety to protect or uplift others. Their journey is one of transformation, both personal and communal, as they strive to prove their worth and inspire change. In Jungian terms, the hero confronts the shadow, testing the limits of the ego and emerging stronger. Think of Chris Evans as Captain America. His moral compass, resilience under fire, and selfless actions embody heroic energy. Historically, figures like Joan of Arc exemplify heroic sacrifice, risking everything for a vision of justice and freedom. The strengths of the hero include resilience, leadership, and a strong sense of purpose. Heroes rally others, provide hope in dark times, and model bravery when fear would paralyze. Yet this archetype carries inherent risks. Heroes may fall prey to pride, overwork, or refusal to show vulnerability. Pushing too hard can lead to burnout or alienation from those they aim to protect. To cultivate healthy heroic energy, practice courage paired with humility. Start by identifying a personal trial or goal, big or small, and commit to daily steps toward it. This might be public speaking, leading a team project, or mentoring someone. Acknowledge fears but press forward, celebrating small victories along the way. Regularly remind yourself that true heroism honors both achievement and the lessons learned in failure. In relationships and careers, heroes thrive in roles that require accountability and action. Emergency services, leadership positions, coaching, or advocacy. They excel when supported by a community that shares their values and offers encouragement. Practice vulnerability by sharing your struggles and seeking feedback. This deepens trust and prevents a hero from becoming isolated. Simple rituals can strengthen heroic resolve. Each morning, recite a personal mantra: I stand for courage and compassion, and visualize overcoming today's biggest challenge. Each evening, journal 3 lessons from the day's trials. What did I learn about my limits, and how can I use that insight tomorrow? These practices transform adversity into growth. Ultimately, the hero's true gift is not invincibility, but the willingness to act despite fear. By blending valor with empathy, you can uplift yourself and others, forging a path through uncertainty. Embrace your inner hero. You have the power to light the way for those who follow. The lover archetype centers on passion, intimacy, and deep connection. Lovers seek to unite, whether with people, art, nature, or ideas, and find meaning through sharing an emotional resonance. Their guiding impulse is a yearning for harmony, beauty, and profound relationships. In Jungian psychology, the lover reminds us that our capacity for deep feeling enriches life's tapestry. Consider Marilyn Monroe. Her on-screen allure and off-screen vulnerability exemplify the lover's magnetic pull and heartfelt sensitivity. In literature, Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet capture the archetype's idealism. Two souls consumed by an all-encompassing bond, willing to defy the world for love. The lover's strengths lie in empathy, creativity, and the ability to inspire passion in others. They appreciate life's pleasures, good food, evocative music, art that stirs the soul, and they invite others to experience these joys. Yet without balance, lovers can become enmeshed, losing personal boundaries, or define themselves solely through relationships. Jealousy, dependency, or fear of abandonment may shadow their intense connections. To cultivate a healthy lover energy, begin with self-love practices. Journal affirmations such as, "I am worthy of affection and respect." Engage in solo activities that delight you, painting, dancing, long walks in nature, so you know how to enjoy your own company. This builds a foundation for balanced intimacy. In your relationships, practice open communication. Share your feelings honestly and listen without judgment. Establish heart-to-heart check-ins. Set aside a few minutes each day to ask, "What do I appreciate about you today? And how can I support you?" These rituals reinforce mutual respect and prevent enmeshment. In a career, the lover thrives in roles that blend creativity with connection. Counseling, design, hospitality, performing arts, or any field where emotional intelligence is key. They excel at making environments feel welcoming, at forging bonds that fuel collaboration, and at infusing their work with genuine warmth. Simple daily rituals can anchor lover energy. Light a scented candle while reading poetry, cook a meal mindfully, or express gratitude through handwritten notes. These acts remind you that love is both an inner state and an outward gift. Ultimately, the lover's true power is to teach us that life's depth comes from opening our hearts to ourselves and to others. By balancing vulnerability with self-respect, you transform passion into a lasting wellspring of joy and authentic connection. Embrace your inner lover. Your heart is both compass and sanctuary. The jester archetype celebrates humor, playfulness, and the freedom to live in the moment. Jesters use wit and levity to diffuse tension, shift perspectives, and remind us not to take life too seriously. Their presence brings joy, breaks down barriers, and encourages creativity through laughter. In Jungian terms, the jester connects us with our spontaneous, uninhibited selves, the part that laughs at absurdity and finds delight in the unexpected. Think of Jim Carrey. His elastic face and rapid-fire humor exemplified jester energy. In animation, Bugs Bunny's clever pranks and wisecracks reveal how the jester can outwit authority while entertaining us all. The jester's strengths include resilience through humor, the ability to uplift others, and a talent for reframing challenges as comic relief. By finding the funny side of difficult situations, jesters foster coping skills and strengthen group bonds. Yet unchecked jester energy can evolve into escapism, where humor masks deeper issues or deflects responsibility. They may be seen as superficial or avoidant when serious action is needed. To cultivate balanced jester energy, combine play with purpose. Schedule intentional fun breaks. Short moments each day for a joke, a funny video, or a playful activity. At the same time, set boundaries around when humor is appropriate. Ask yourself, is this a moment to laugh or to focus? This awareness ensures comedy amplifies life rather than undermines it. In relationships, jesters thrive by creating light-hearted connections. Use humor to ease conflict. A well-timed joke can soften criticism and open dialogue. In teams, jesters boost morale and creativity during brainstorming sessions. But remember to listen deeply. Make space for other seriousness and acknowledge when situations call for empathy over comedy. Careers well-suited for jesters include entertainment, advertising, teaching, and any role that benefits from creative problem-solving. Their playful approach can spark innovation, foster engagement, and help teams navigate stress. Simple rituals, like starting meetings with a fun icebreaker or ending the day with a quick amusing anecdote, keep the jester's spirit alive. Ultimately, the jester's gift is a reminder that joy is a powerful teacher. Laughter connects us, shifts mindsets, and reveals new possibilities. Embrace your inner jester by balancing humor with heart. Let your wit illuminate both the comic and profound dimensions of life. The sage archetype is anchored in wisdom, insight, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Sages value knowledge above all and seek to illuminate hidden patterns, both within ourselves and the world around us. Their guiding principle is to question, to learn, and to share understanding. In Jungian psychology, the sage represents our inner scholar, the part that observes without bias and synthesizes complex ideas into clarity. Think of Stephen Hawking, whose groundbreaking work on black holes expanded humanity's cosmic perspective. In fiction, Gandalf from The Lord of the Rings embodies sage energy, offering guidance, foresight, and the calm confidence that comes from deep understanding. The strengths of the sage include critical thinking, effective teaching, and mentorship. They excel at analyzing data, connecting disparate dots, and providing others with frameworks to make sense of complexity. Yet the sage can fall prey to analysis paralysis, overthinking decisions, or detaching emotionally. They may also appear distant, prioritizing logic over empathy. To cultivate balanced sage energy, marry intellect with compassion. Begin daily learning rituals. Read a few pages of a challenging book, listen to a thought-provoking podcast, or engage in a brief online course. Pair this with reflective practice, journal insights, and ask, how can I apply this wisdom to improve myself or help others? This bridges knowledge with action. In relationships, sages thrive as advisors and listeners. Practice active listening by paraphrasing others' concerns before offering perspectives. This builds trust and shows empathy. In professional life, sage energy suits roles in teaching, consulting, research, strategy, and writing, anywhere your insights can guide collective decisions. Simple daily habits can strengthen sage influence. Start your morning with a question, what do I want to learn today? And end the day by summarizing a key takeaway. Discuss ideas with community or peer group to refine thinking and avoid isolation. Remember, true wisdom arises not from solitary study, but from the dialogue between mind and world. Ultimately, the sage's gift is to light the path for others by transforming uncertainty into understanding. By balancing rigorous inquiry with heartfelt connection, you become a beacon of clarity, helping yourself and your community navigate complexity with confidence and grace. Embrace your inner sage and let your quest for truth guide every step of your journey. The creator archetype thrives on imagination, innovation, and a desire to bring new ideas into reality. Creators see the world as a canvas waiting for expression, and they take joy in crafting original works, whether through art, writing, design, or invention. In Jungian terms, the creator channels the psyche's transformative power, turning thoughts and emotions into tangible forms. Consider Banksy. His street art disrupts public spaces with provocative images that spark dialogue. In music, Lady Gaga continuously reinvents pop culture, blending genres and personas to create fresh experiences. The creator's strengths include vision, originality, and perseverance. They pursue projects with passion, often entering a flow state where time seems to vanish. Their work inspires others, offering new perspectives and possibilities. Yet this archetype carries risks. Perfectionism can stall progress, and solitary focus may lead to isolation. Creators may obsess over details, losing sight of the bigger picture or neglecting practical needs. To harness creator energy effectively, balance spontaneity with structure. Start by setting clear intentions for your work. Define what you want to achieve and why it matters. Break your project into manageable milestones, celebrating small wins along the way. Use rapid prototyping. Sketch, draft, or build rough versions to test ideas quickly, then refine. This process keeps momentum and prevents perfectionist paralysis. In relationships and teams, creators flourish when given both freedom and support. Communicate your needs. Explain your vision clearly and ask for feedback at key stages. Encourage collaborative brainstorming. Others' input can spark unexpected breakthroughs. At the same time, protect your creative space. Schedule focused maker time, free from distractions. Careers that suit creator energy include design, entrepreneurship, filmmaking, software development, and the arts. However, any role can benefit from a creator mindset. Approach problem-solving with curiosity, experiment with new tools, and view setbacks as data for improvement. Simple daily practices can fuel your creative spark. Maintain an idea journal to capture inspirations. Immerse yourself in diverse influences, books, music, nature, and dedicate a few minutes each morning to free writing or sketching. These rituals feed your imagination and build confidence in your creative voice. Ultimately, the creator's gift is to transform vision into reality, enriching our world with innovation and beauty. By pairing unbridled imagination with disciplined action, you can bring forth works that resonate deeply and stand the test of time. Embrace your inner creator. Your ideas have the power to shape tomorrow. The ruler archetype embodies leadership, responsibility, and the drive to create order and stability. Rulers strive to build environments that are structured, efficient, and fair. Their guiding principle is to govern wisely, ensuring communities thrive under principal authority. In Jungian psychology, the ruler represents our inner executive, the part that envisions a roadmap and marshals resources to realize it. Think of Angela Merkel. Her calm decisiveness and strategic foresight helped guide Germany through multiple crises. In business, Oprah Winfrey exemplifies this archetype. She built an influential media empire rooted in empowering others and setting high standards. The ruler's strengths include organization, strategic vision, and accountability. They excel at long-term planning, delegation, and setting clear expectations. Under their stewardship, teams often experience clarity and direction, leading to sustained success. Yet unchecked ruler energy can tip into authoritarianism, rigidity, or micromanagement. When power becomes an end in itself, relationships suffer and innovation can stagnate. To harness ruler energy effectively, practice servant leadership. Begin by soliciting input before making key decisions. Ask your team or loved ones, what concerns do you have, and which solutions resonate most? This inclusive approach builds trust and leverages collective wisdom. Pair strategy with flexibility. Set goals but remain open to course corrections when new data emerges. In daily life, simple rituals reinforce balanced ruler energy. Start each morning by defining your top 3 priorities and mapping out actionable steps. At day's end, review outcomes, celebrate successes, and note lessons from setbacks. This feedback loop strengthens accountability without fostering perfectionism. In relationships, the ruler thrives by modeling consistency and integrity. Honor commitments. Be punctual. Follow through on promises and communicate changes proactively. Encourage mutual governance. Invite partners or team members to co-create rules and processes, ensuring everyone feels represented. Careers well-suited for rulers include executive roles, project management, policymaking, and community leadership, any position where strategic oversight matters. Yet ruler energy can enhance any field. By bringing structure to creative projects or social initiatives, you help visionaries translate dreams into actionable realities. Ultimately, the ruler's gift is to transform chaos into sustainable order. By pairing decisive leadership with empathy and adaptability, you foster environments where people feel secure, motivated, and valued. Embrace your inner ruler. Lead with purpose, humility, and conviction that true authority serves the greater good. The magician archetype stands at the intersection of insight and transformation. Magicians see hidden connections, envision new possibilities, and catalyze profound change, both within themselves and in the world around them. Their guiding force is a belief that imagination, aligned with intention, can reshape reality. In Jungian psychology, the magician represents our inner alchemist, the part that understands the laws of mind and matter and uses that knowledge to enact evolution. Think of Steve Jobs. He didn't merely sell products. He created ecosystems that revolutionized how we communicate, work, and create. In myth, Merlin embodies this archetype, a sage whose mastery of knowledge and magic guides King Arthur's realm. The magician's strengths include visionary thinking, intuition, and the ability to integrate diverse resources into coherent transformation. They're adept at spotting patterns others miss and leveraging them for innovation. However, this power carries risks. Magicians can become manipulative, overambitious, or disconnected from practical realities. Chasing grand visions may lead to burnout or ethical compromises, if not balanced. To wield magician energy responsibly, ground your visions in small experiments. Translate big ideas into testable hypotheses. Prototype a concept, measure the outcome, and iterate. This scientific approach keeps you aligned with both inspiration and evidence. Cultivate mindfulness practices, meditation, or journaling to ensure your intentions remain ethical and adaptive. In relationships and teams, magicians excel as mentors and strategists. Share your insights generously, but invite collaboration. Ask, how can we co-create this vision? This fosters collective buy-in and prevents isolation. Demonstrate humility by acknowledging when you don't have all the answers and seeking diverse perspectives. In a career, the magician thrives in entrepreneurship, consulting, research, coaching, or any role that bridges imagination with execution. Whether you're designing technology, leading organizational change, or guiding personal growth, your ability to see beyond the status quo sets transformative processes in motion. Simple rituals can amplify magician energy. Start each day with creative visualization. Envision a goal is already achieved. Then list 3 practical steps to move it forward. End each week by reflecting on unexpected insights. What new pattern emerged, and how can I harness it next? These practices unite vision with action. Ultimately, the magician's gift is transformation, turning thought into reality and inspiring others to do the same. By fusing intuition with disciplined experimentation and ethical awareness, you become a catalyst for change. Embrace your inner magician. Your visionary spark can illuminate paths others thought impossible. The everyman archetype embodies belonging, authenticity, and a simple desire to connect with others as equals. Everymen value inclusivity, fairness, and the reassurance that comes from shared experience. Their guiding impulse is to build community through genuine, down-to-earth relationships. In Jungian terms, the everyman reminds us of our common humanity, the part that resists elitism or grandstanding and instead finds comfort in ordinary moments. Think of Keanu Reeves. His humble demeanor, acts of kindness, and refusal to take fame too seriously resonate with this archetype. In television, Jim Halper from The Office connects with viewers by voicing the everyday person's frustrations and humor in the office grind. The strengths of the everyman include approachability, teamwork, and resilience through solidarity. They excel at fostering trust and making people feel seen. However, this archetype can slip into conformity, sacrificing personal dreams to fit in, or fear of standing out altogether. Everyman may downplay their own talents to avoid rocking the boat. To cultivate balanced everyman energy, celebrate your uniqueness within community. Practice expressing your opinions respectfully. Start small by sharing one personal insight in a group setting. At the same time, honor collaborative values. Listen actively, ask questions, and encourage quieter voices. This balance deepens both connection and self-worth. In careers, the everyman thrives in team-oriented roles. Project management, customer service, community organizing, or any position where relationships matter. In friendships and families, they shine by showing up consistently, remembering small details, offering practical help, and creating low-key rituals that bring people together. Simple daily rituals can reinforce everyman energy. Share a coffee break with a colleague. Send a brief, thinking of you message to a friend, or organize a casual group chat about weekend plans. These moments build a sense of belonging and remind us that we're never truly alone. Ultimately, The everyman's gift is to ground extraordinary ideas in everyday life, transforming isolated individuals into a supportive network. By honoring both your ordinary and your exceptional traits, you foster inclusive environments where everyone feels valued. Embrace your inner everyman. Your authenticity is the bridge that connects us all. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Carl Jung's 12 archetypes. From a hopeful innocent to the unifying everyman, each archetype offers insights into our core motivations and hidden strengths. Which archetype resonates most deeply with you? Let us know in the comments below. Share your dominant archetype, surprising realizations, or questions for future episodes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an installment of Mind Lens. If you found this video helpful, consider sharing it with a friend who might appreciate a deeper look at their own psyche. Until next time, keep exploring the patterns that shape your life. And remember, self-understanding is the first step toward authentic living.